They believe that their cashback business is a win-win for both consumers and merchants.
And we were thinking why there was no such model here in Southeast Asia.
After expanding to 7 cities, how well will the idea travel to its 8th destination?
Hi everyone! Hi. We have about 50 people and we expect that to multiply.
Their focus now is on the year-end shopping season.
So here we are, we're just setting up 1, 2, 3, cash flow!
But first, they must find a way to stand out from the crowd.
These days, everybody's offering you cashback. So how is this company different?
Will they be able to cash in on the clicks?
The ability to offer consistent discounts, that can be pretty challenging.
3 goals in 3 months. ShopBack takes on the VenturePreneurs Challenge. This Singapore startup wants to change the way we shop. Their aim? To give users cashback on every purchase and a better shopping experience.
Merchants by themselves are already paying advertising fees. From the money that we get from the merchant, we don't keep 100% for ourselves. We take part of it and share with the user.
In a short span of 5 years, the cashback firm has expanded to 7 cities. Here in the heart of Sydney's Central Business District, the ShopBack Australia team is gearing up for a mega giveaway. They hope the event will raise awareness about the brand ahead of the year-end shopping season.
So here we are, we're just setting up, it's activation day, we're super lucky with the weather. We're about to have a team briefing and then we start moving people through the globe at about 12 o'clock. Thanks for all your hard work this morning. Em's influencers are all good?
Yeah, all good.
Who's been down?
We've had some really big influencers like Martha, altogether up to 15 influencers in there taking really great content.
Kev, did you just want to run through any last checks that we should be aware of?
We're expecting about 1,500 people to come through the globe today. We need to make sure that we're out there pulling people in, talking to them about who ShopBack is and what we do.
Let's get ready for it. Okay. Yes. 1, 2, 3, cash flow!
It's been 6 months in the making. On the eve of the Cash Globe event, Angus gathers the team for a final roundup.
All right, tomorrow's the big one, guys. Tomorrow's Cash Globe activation in Martin Place. From 12 o'clock, that's when the show starts. That's when we're literally giving away $40,000. So we're giving away cashback from 10-cent denominations all the way through to someone's going to win $1,000 tomorrow, which is really good.
Will that be posted somewhere at the activation, like a board with the prizes broken down?
So that's really for you, Tom and Dora. As people are lining up, get them excited. Thanks, guys. So ShopBack launched officially in Australia in May 2018. We had 0 customers and we had 0 merchants. Today we've got over 950 brands that feature on ShopBack. And we've got just shy of 1 million customers. So some of the challenges we faced when we were setting up ShopBack Australia, a couple of things. One is going out and speaking to large brands and trying to sell them on the dream and the vision that we have for ShopBack and trying to get them involved with no products, so no website and no app. The second is talent.
Hey Joe, how are you? Thanks, good to see you.
You too.
Thanks Joe. Thanks for seeing you again. Pleasure.
Klook is one of ShopBack's merchant partners. The tours and activities booking platform is also providing some prizes for the Cash Globe giveaway.
We wanted to catch up with you today and just kind of brief you on the activation that we're doing tomorrow. But I'm just super interested to hear how everything's going with ShopBack.
As you know, there's been a few kind of key reasons that make us really great partners. One of the things is the mobile-first approach to marketing. You're one of the most mobile-first cashback sites out there.
Why a cashback strategy for Klook? Why is that important to you?
Yeah, well, I think consumers have just generally become more deal savvy over the years. And we just consistently found cashback to be a really effective way of giving them those deals. It's something that feels incredibly tangible.
You excited about the activation in Martin Place tomorrow? We've obviously got you guys down there giving away $5,000 worth of prizes, I think.
Absolutely.
So thanks for that.
We're absolutely thrilled about that. I mean, it's just a great example of how far the partnership's come.
So we're catching up with Dane Sharp. He's the head of marketing at Groupon Australia. Talk about the next couple of months ahead.
Groupon has been working with ShopBack for over 18 months. Just like Klook, the online marketplace is also sponsoring some prizes for the Cash Globe event.
Hey Gus, how are you, mate? See you. Well, likewise.
We like delivering value and extra incentives to customers that are online shopping. We identified very early that ShopBack would help us add incremental value to a customer's experience. Other reasons we looked to ShopBack for a partnership was we knew there were people at ShopBack that understood the Groupon business, understood what we were trying to do and the value we're trying to give to customers.
The Cash Globe event is in full swing and the crowds are pouring in.
The activation's been going for about an hour now. We've got a really good crowd lining up and winning a lot of prizes and learning about ShopBack. So it's working well so far. So we're coming to the end of the day. We've had almost 1,000 people go through the globe and collect prizes. The team is super stoked and hopefully all the customers that have experienced the product today are as well.
With the Cash Globe event under its belt, it's time for ShopBack to map out its targets for the rest of the year. Core members of the team meet at ShopBack's headquarters in Singapore to strategize.
There are three main things we want to achieve for the next 3 months. One, I think it will be on what are the merchants we can onboard. Second one is what are we going to do for Vietnam. And last one, biggest day of the year, Double 11. Let's have a discussion on that.
First and foremost, we believe that gamification is going to be a big trend this year. So one thing we are looking at is building a game to make sure that we are engaging users, not just focus on transactions, but also focus on engaging our app. Number two is that we also want to make sure that there are different components that are more easily configurable by marketing, so that we can switch marketing messages easily as we understand and look through the data. Last but not least, we are also looking at how do we enhance performance of the app. On the marketing front, the rest of the efforts are very localized. Well, we're looking at hopefully a 3x year-on-year growth.
What are the updates you have for Vietnam so far?
We already have a tech team there. So in terms of building out the commercial team, it's going to be a big focus and launch fully in 2020. We are going to aim for about 80 merchants by November.
I can share a bit more about the merchant front. Sure. I think we are aligned that app-to-app is going to be something important for us. App is something major. And I think we have some key targets that we want to bring on board. As of now, we have crossed almost 1 billion in GMV. We believe that in the next part of the year, we will be able to get at least another billion.
With expansion plans for Vietnam in place, it's time for ShopBack to prove that they can deliver.
Now, if you Google us, you can't even find any existence of ShopBack Vietnam. We really want to see the ShopBack website and app go live.
Founded in 2014, Singapore startup ShopBack has expanded to 7 overseas markets. Their promise? To give customers a rebate on every purchase they make on their platform. And now the team is ready to add their 8th destination, Vietnam.
It was only when we started to expand to Malaysia that we saw that actually this model could fly. And from there we expanded from Singapore to Malaysia, then Philippines, Indonesia, Thailand, Taiwan, Australia, and now Vietnam.
To get some help with their expansion, co-founder Joel meets venture capitalist Jeffrey for some advice.
When you go to different cities, is there a certain kind of playbook? So what are you kind of getting prepared for in Vietnam, for example?
We have a bit more generic playbook and we bring that to the market. But first thing, we hire the country manager and try to hire his team. So we have learnings that we share with them, and then from there they're able to take the playbook, see what works for them.
I would assume you are more than well prepared for Vietnam since you've done it over and over again.
I think this model is a highly scalable one. I think for us, when we try to prepare for Vietnam and for countries like this, every market is different, and surprisingly we always meet different problems in different markets. So it's really about setting aside the time. What do you think we can do to make ourselves much more well-known to all customers in the region?
I think online cashback, is great. I think your offline strategy is correct. Emerging cities, that's probably the most important part. The other one would be figuring out a way to penetrate the 3rd, 4th tier cities. So I think getting distribution to the 3rd, 4th tier is probably something every startup will want to focus in the next 5, 10 years. They are running on very thin margins. So I think going forward, their challenges will be expansion as well as facing margin pressure. So merchants over time will have a natural churn rate, right? I don't really know whether it's a good channel, marketing channel for merchants over time versus Google and Facebook.
Hey, this is Josie and I'm from the expansion team at ShopBack. And I'm with the entire team right now on our way to Ho Chi Minh. And by entire team, it means myself and Melissa right here. So we're finally off the plane. We just got off the airport bus. It's 8:30 a.m. in Ho Chi Minh and I'm on the way to the office. Can I get a cafe soda? Yeah. I'm just getting my daily coffee.
Armed with fresh insights from Jeff, the ShopBack team is going all out to make its Vietnam launch a success.
Vietnam has huge potential. It's almost 100 mil in population already, and 2/3 of these people are actually making purchases online. If you look at things like mobile penetration, right? I believe that every 1.5 Vietnamese actually owns a mobile subscription. That's ridiculously a lot. We see Vietnam as a very, very promising market. We set up our Vietnam office 1.5 years ago. Today we have over 50 people in the office and we expect it to multiply as we scale our commercial team. This is Watermellow and this is where we have our town halls, team lunches, and that's where we have a lot of fun. Launch is extremely important for us and there are a lot of expectations. Actually, in reality, what ShopBackers really think launch means is our growth just spurts straight up. Our celebrities, events, press launch, and our sales are going to hit through the roof. That's not exactly what it's going to be. In actual fact, it's completely different from this steep curve. For us, the goal is very, very simple. We want to be number one in the market. The whole process of setting up a whole new market is just extremely long. It's everything from just getting the office up and running to building the right team at the start and also introducing the correct cultures to the team. Right now, we'll be focusing on making sure that ShopBack Vietnam exists and actually has growth. In the next couple of weeks, we really want to see the ShopBack website and app go live. Now, if you Google us, you can't even find any existence of ShopBack Vietnam. The way the team is set up right now is that it's literally fully a technical office.
At this point, we have around 40 engineers working here. ShopBack Vietnam is responsible for regional platforms. We do software development of our product and platform. We have a lot of challenge at the beginning. I think the most challenging thing is what I call zero brand awareness. That no candidates know well about you. Not only at the beginning, but even up to now. We did a lot of PR things, like we send people to events. We even send speakers to talk at events, and we hold events in our office too. So basically, get people to know about you.
The language barrier is another challenge the team is facing.
Defining what the word cashback actually is in a local context is a lot harder than you think because I do not have context of what that means, right? And I need to talk to a lot of people to understand whether or not it actually makes sense or there are just some nuances to certain words that we should be avoiding.
To ensure the language issue and other challenges are resolved ahead of launch day, Josephine calls for a team meeting.
Let's talk about some of our immediate challenges. I think we really need to start getting ShopBack Vietnam up and running very, very soon. There are a few things, I guess, in terms of language that we still need to improve on. I guess the platform side, whether or not we're actually ready. Internal tools needs to be properly set up, especially IronGate.
So IronGate is currently already done setting up. We're actually entering test phase, so we make sure desktop, mobile app, website, all are localized.
And what about the mobile app side? Because I know that the website is quite stable already.
Yeah, we are quite stable for the mobile and for the web also. However, what we need to do is to do more dot tests.
One more thing I wanted to ask about the mobile app. What about the reliability and also the speed? Is it going to be pretty much sustained as the other markets?
Yeah, we are doing that. Actually, not only for Vietnam markets, but kind of global enhancement for all markets.
Where are we at, I guess, in terms of all the candidates that are coming in?
In terms of hiring, we in the last couple of days we have a lot of application and profiles. So next step we will be screening and then we interview.
As the Vietnam team sweats it out to make their launch a success, things are heating up at ShopBack's headquarters in Singapore as Singles Day kicks off.
Today's 11/11, we have been working around the clock.
Can we get more cashback for customers?
The team must also find a way to convince consumers to sign up.
So I went and downloaded the app, but somehow I didn't find the right moment to actually say, okay, I'm going to go through here. Is that only me?
ShopBack has been doling out rebates to its customers since 2014. After establishing itself in Singapore, the startup has since expanded to 8 cities. To get some help with their branding strategy, especially when entering new markets, the team turns to brand consultant Jorg for advice.
Nice to meet you. My first question is, why is it ShopBack and not Moneyback?
When the company first started, the first name was Shop Mula. Mula in a slingish slang way for cash. However, when we thought about regional expansion as well, we didn't think
don't get it.
Yeah, exactly. So ShopBack we thought was a good, way to talk about cashback. However, we didn't want to be just about cash. We also wanted to be a platform to be about giving information or coupon codes and other benefits to enable consumers to uncover greater value through shopping through our platform as well.
Okay. As far as branding is concerned, and is there anything specific that only you offer that would convince everybody to say, okay, I'm going through ShopBack? Because I have many choices. Credit cards are offering money back. Other platforms saying if you go through us, you get some special money.
I think one of the strongest proposition is that we allow for stackability. So for example, if you use a credit card that allows you to get certain amount of points or certain amount of miles, you technically can still make the transaction through us and on the e-commerce. Exactly. So that's why I think consumers love our proposition, simply because there's no real loss of going through it. It's just savings that you could just get by clicking through us and uncovering better deals as well as you go through our platform.
I personally believe that customers love brands that actually care about them or actually listen to customer opinions. And I think we do that quite a fair bit, not just in terms of the testing, even voluntary outreach to customers, just to drop them a call to understand what exactly are they looking for. Are there any brands that are missing on ShopBack? Was there any bad experiences that they've had in the last couple of weeks? We actually listen to them.
So let me show you something. So I went and downloaded the app, but somehow I didn't find the right moment to actually say, okay, I'm going to go through here. So I went direct to wherever for my travel. Is that only me, or do you think that could sometimes happen? And how do you deal with that?
I think in terms of how we're trying to deal with it is to figure out what are different ways to reach out to different segments of customers, right? So we use a lot of, even influencers, or we try to employ different types of strategies in the different markets.
In a bid to boost its product offerings and reach out to different audiences, the startup recently acquired personal finance platform Seedly.
So Seedly was founded in 2017. We are a one-stop platform to help people make smarter financial decisions in their daily life. So we believe that personal finance should be user-generated, and it's the idea of TripAdvisor, where people are writing reviews and asking questions and answers about their personal finance to actually get assistance on what products to choose or what services to choose in the market. So we joined ShopBack in mid-2018, and the idea was that we wanted to create a world of smarter shoppers and people who make smarter decisions online. So ShopBack does it in the areas of e-commerce, travel, lifestyle. At Seedly, we do more of the harder stuff, which is like personal finance, investing, insurance. So I think those two marry very well together, and that's also why we've been working as an independent brand under the big group of companies.
Some content that Seedly produces include guides that help consumers save money. For example, articles on how to get the best deals for Singles Day, one of the world's biggest shopping events. For ShopBack, Double 11 is the biggest day of the year for online sales.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it's midnight.
Can we get more cashback for customers?
After months of planning and hard work, the team is enjoying some early rewards. Just in the first hour, there were 10 times more unique shoppers as compared to the preceding days in November. And by 8 a.m., ShopBack hits its 2018's record for traffic. Their aim for 2019? Tripling sales from 2018's level.
Today's 11/11, we have been working around the clock, and today we set up festivities just to make everything a little bit better and a little bit easier for everyone. Right now, we're just focusing on ending strong, so a couple hours more to go.
I think over the last 3 months we went through quite a lot of challenges, but we've been able to overcome them. ShopFest 2019 has been a very good one for us. We have grown more than 3 times year on year. However, in my opinion, there's still much more that we can do. So since the start of the year till now, our GMV has crossed the USD 2 billion mark. Right, the same time period last year we were only at 1 billion. So we think that there's still much more that we can do this year, and we hope to do much more than 2 billion this year.
In the last 3 months, it's been pretty exciting for Vietnam. We've officially launched our web and app, mostly for internal efforts and testing, but more or less it's ready and available for the public as we speak. I believe we set our goal for approximately 80 merchants at the earlier part of the launch phase, but so far our team has managed to hit 97 merchants already, and that number is only expected to grow.
On the app-to-web front, we wanted to get on some merchants. Zalora and Trip have now integrated with us on the app, and even more new partners. So I think that has been a much better customer experience for users that are using all of our app. On the brands.com portion, we see a lot more brands wanting to come out with their own websites and app, and they're reaching out to us to see how can we help empower them to get traffic. So we started way back in 2014. It has been 5 years since. There were a lot of ups and downs, but very grateful for all the co-founders as well as the other ShopBackers who have helped us tide this through. It's not been easy. We started as a Singapore-only company, and since then have expanded into the region. So we see ourselves more as an APAC company now. In coming years, what we want to do is really to work harder so that we are able to help our customers shop smarter and make smarter shopping decisions.
Let's kill it for 2020.